completely went out. This is Joy Ruffin, your creator and host for Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies, Living Legacies. Tonight, we are bringing you a leading lady who is absolutely fantastic, and you're going to love her. Bear with us because it seems that there are so many people on the internet that everything's a little wacko. We're just going to ignore some of these crazy sounds or whatever, and we're just going to go ahead and bring to you entertainment. She's not going to entertain for you, even though Ashley Amber has traveled all over the world, yet putting on shows. But I'm going to ask her to tell you all about that. Thank you for your patience, and know that we are here to share with you a lot of information that you're going to find more than interesting. Let me bring up Ashley now. Ashley, hello and welcome, and thank you for your patience. Hello.
You.
I could hardly hear you, but I know you said hello. Listen, thank you for your patience. I don't know what happens. I never know what happens here. I only know that a lot of people today went into the BeLive uh, system and said that there was a lot of this click clack going on, but we're going to ignore it and we're going to act like it's not even there. And so hopefully will our audience. Thank you for being here. Now, I usually don't start with the background because I want you to share a little bit about your background because I love what you're about and what you're doing. So go for the gold. Tell us a little bit about you.
Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Amber. I am from Thornton, Colorado, and I am a singer. And my career that I'm working on is a country project, which is very groundbreaking in itself, since women are very underrepresented in country music, as well as women of color are extremely underrepresented in the country genre. So that's what I do, and I travel all over the world. I perform, and what I do. So yes, I'm a singer.
I love it. And yes, you are there. Hubby and I had the opportunity to see you perform, and we know without question that you're absolutely superb and stupendous at what you do. You are entering into a field that we know most of us is very well, it's not even limited, it's not even wide open, it's not anything for women of color. So how did you decide to make this transition from your universal way of presenting to a specific genre? Tell us a little bit about that.
I had to make a decision. One day I was just like I wanted something bigger. I wanted to be able to reach people on a bigger platform, but I also still wanted to stay true to myself. And country music is a genre of music that I grew up listening to. I grew up listening to a lot of pop country, and it's just a genre of music that I love. It's one of the only genres that really tells a story, and you can really visualize the lyrics, and that's what I love so much about country. So I've had the idea. I've always said I wanted to be the Beyonce of country years ago, and I met my now manager named Dawn, and basically I just called him one day. I'd met him, 2 years previous. I called him one day and I was like, "Hey, remember when I said I wanted to be the Beyonce of country? I'm serious. Let's go about it." And then, honestly, as soon as I made that decision and put it in the universe, everything has just fell into place, which lets me know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
It's uh, it's amazing. It's fascinating. It's absolutely mind-boggling how that happens, Ashley. But it
Sorry, there
happened.
might be a little
Let me
technical
say hello
difficulty.
because I was thrown off course. Yes,
Are
when
you
we
still there,
opened up
Joy?
here because my computer just went out and you stood and hung in there. And I want to say hello and welcome to all of the people who are here to share with us this really phenomenal
Sure.
interview that Ashley and I are going to have.
Well, I'm not sure where Joy is right now because she hasn't popped up on my screen. But if you guys can see me, if you guys are interested in following me, you can follow me anywhere at Ashlie Amber. Just make sure you spell my name correctly. It's Ashlie Amber. And you can find me at ashleyamber.com. You can find me at Ashlie Amber on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the things. Just type in Ashlie Amber and you can find me, as well as on Spotify, which is where you can find my new single
Good for
as
you.
well,
You
which
you
I'm so
you
excited. It
go.
actually
You
just
go,
hit
Ashley. All of that
50,000
information is
streams
going to go across the
yesterday, just
screen,
on
and they're going to
Spotify
get
alone.
your
So I'm very,
name.
very excited
They're going
about
to get
that.
your website.
Joy, are you still there?
I'm still here. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? You can't, I guess, hear me and see me. Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Let's make this work. Can you hear me now? Yes. No? I tell you, one never knows with this. I can see and hear, and I
So
think
sorry,
it's
guys.
going. Can you hear me now?
I'm not
No,
sure what's going on. We're definitely having some technical
we are
difficulties.
having some technical issues. Let me see. Can you hear me now? No. I just love this. It's absolute. Can you hear me now? No, you can't. Hey, this is technology. One never knows. Actually, I can see you and I can hear you clearly, but you can't hear me.
All right, you guys, I'm not sure what's happening. So I'm going to go ahead and
Wait a minute. Hold
close
on.
out of this app and then rejoin
Do
and
that.
see if that fixes the problem.
Yes, do that. Go out and come back in, and I will hang in here. And hello and welcome to all of you who are here because I know that you can hear me because I have another app here. I understand that Be Live has had some issues and there's a lot of stuff going on. And so a lot of people are complaining about the clicking and the clacking and the undue sounds that are coming in. My computer just went dead. And Ashlie and I had some issues yesterday bringing her in. This is technology and it happens. It is what it is. I'm hoping that you can hear me because I can see here that my mouth is moving and I can see myself on the screen. And I'm just going to hope that she's able to come back in because her story is interesting and I wanted you to hear it. By the way, all of you who are here, Adair, Maddie, Dave, Gary, Mary, Loretta, everyone, welcome and thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. With technology, one never knows. For today, oh, she's ready. Let's see if she can come back here now. Woohoo! Hold on. Can you hear me? Well, hold on. Let me see. Yay! Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Sorry.
That's so. Listen, I make apologies, but most people who know me, they know now. So we don't worry. It is what it is, and we make the best of it. So you and I will continue. I like what you did, though, Ashlie. I look for agents of change. I look for female trailblazers, heart-centered leaders, purpose-driven women, and cosmic healers. And you incorporate quite a few of those because I like the way you took over. You couldn't see or hear me, and you gave all of your data, all of your information out. And I say bravo and good for you. I love it. Now, what I wanted you to explain more or less to our audience here today, and for those who will come later for the replay, I heard you say why you went into country music and you grew up with it and all of that. What is it about it that appeals to you? Say it's about telling a story. Is that what I heard you say? It's about how. Speak to that a little bit more.
Yeah, so anybody who listens to country, it's very, the stories are just so beautiful and the song lyrics and it's not that other music isn't descriptive, but country music in general, I just feel like you can listen to a song and you can envision the music video or you can envision the people, you can almost smell the grass, and some of the songs that they're talking about. It's just so descriptive, and that's what I love about country. Um it's just very from the heart.
Ah, you mentioned the key word there, from the heart, because it's about well, we all know what the things that predominantly that it's about, and that connects and relates to the heart, those emotions and feelings. And I would think that you're really great at it. Now, you mentioned something to me that I'd like for you to share with the audience, because I'm pretty sure that, like myself, who likes to think that I'm pretty broad-based, and most people don't know that there's only one female Black country singer in the whole universe. So
Uh,
that's
yeah,
true.
it's true. There's only one, as of right now, as far as I know, unless it's changed in the past couple of days.
Yes.
Mickey Guyton, who is amazing. Her name again is Mickey Guyton. You guys can check her out. She's absolutely fantastic. She's the only Black female artist that's currently signed to a major label. She has been signed for quite a few years actually, and she still has been unable to break into the top 40 and beyond. So, and there's been other Black artists before her. It's just for some reason, um, none of and none of us have been able to break into that top 40 just yet, because the industry is slow. It's changing. It's just changing slowly. Yeah.
Change is upon us in a way that few of us really understand and get, and we're in the throngs of big, big, big change in so many different ways, and that's a good thing. What I like about you is that you have decided in that this territory that you're entering is so very it's minuscule as far as women of color, and yet you're brave enough to want to get into it. But I heard you say something that's pivotal for me. You found a manager who's going to aid, support, and really assist you to get into this genre. How did you run across this particular person?
Actually, similar how I ran into you. He saw me perform.
Ah,
He saw me perform on stage, and after the show, he waited until I talked to all of the other audience members who came to see me, and he was just like, You're amazing." He's like, "You're a star. Like, what are you doing?" And that's when I made the joke. He told me, he's like, "I do." He's a country artist himself. He's like, "I do this, and I work with this artist," and I was sitting there like, "Oh my gosh, is this real? Is this really happening?" An artist like you. And I was like, well, I've always wanted to be the Beyonce of country. And that's how that kind of term is out there. And he's like, that's a great idea. And we developed kind of a mutual, like a friendship. And 2 years later, I called him up and I said that, and we started this journey. And again, like I said, there isn't a lot of women of color in this. And it's not just about women of color either. It's just women in general.
yes.
Women only
Well,
make up 16% of the country market, which is shocking considering
yeah,
that
I
genre.
understand that. I get that. Well, this has become my 2020 expression because I believe it from my gut, my soul, every part of me. It's time for women to rise.
It
It's
is.
time for us to step into our innate God given power, which is there, and to stop being ruled and delegated to by the male. Can't do we without them. Love them dearly, but it's our time to really make the equal partnerships that it was designed to be. So I applaud you for that. Now, here's what you said to me, and I love this because I like anything that's a little bit edgy and has a little bit of drama attached to it. I want you to talk about your style because I find it is dramatic and it is edgy. Has it always been that way, or did you transform into that over time in the business that you're in?
That's a great question. I have transformed over time. I would say my look has kind of always stood out, especially since I started wearing like my natural hair, and I tend to, have it like this, or sometimes it's pulled up on both sides, and it makes a
Yes,
giant mohawk, which is my signature look on stage. This
yes,
is more of my casual, everyday look, I guess you could say.
good for you.
Yeah, I think what happens naturally as artists is the more you're in the game, the more you discover who you are as an artist, what you bring as an artist and as a performer on stage, and your personality and your style. It kind of evolves. Like if you've watched so many artists. I mean, like Taylor Swift is a great example of
Yes,
artist. She started in this country pop market that was very girl next door, and even though she still managed to keep that girl next door, she's a grown woman now. She's 30 years old, and she's beautiful, and she can man the stage, and her outfits have drastically changed.
yes, they have.
So that's kind of what happened to me as I discovered myself, as I grew into my womanhood, as I accepted my womanhood, as I accepted who I am, which is a curvy, sassy black woman. And
Yes,
I stopped trying to fight it. I stopped trying to let people tell me what's okay to be and what's not okay. And I'm just like, you know what? You guys, this is me. Like, take it or leave it. And
right.
now I'm like, hey, this is what I'm wearing today, and you're welcome.
And so it should be. This is one of the things that I teach in signature style. Whatever your style is, make it yours. It can be tasteful, it can be a little edgy, and it can be more than a little edgy. But if you're confident and your confidence shows,
Yeah.
wear it and do it with your head held high because it makes all the difference in the world. Do you have a favorite outfit that you wear on stage or when you're casual in your surroundings? I'm sure you have for both, but tell us a little bit about what that would be.
Yeah, I say typically my favorite thing to wear is anything high waisted. I guess you could say. I like to
Ah,
wear a lot of high waist. pants that have like a nice flare, or more of like a high waist form fitting leggings or tights. It's kind of my signature style to show off my curves. I'm very proud of them. And I tend to wear a lot of that on stage as well. So a lot of pantsuits, very fit in the waist, and loosen the leg, things like that. Very very sassy. And if you look at my Instagram, for those of you that will go look at my Instagram, my photos on there are a bit more edgy. Again, I'm not shy, and I think that us as women, we should be allowed to embrace our curves and embrace who we are in a very beautiful and sexy way. Like, I'm a grown woman. I'm allowed to be a little sexy, right?
You're allowed to be more than a little sexy. As sexy as your main domain, and that's where you want to go, then you go there in the highest respectful way that you can, whatever that is to you, because it's only you that has to wear it and to be comfortable in it. So make it yours. Now I'm going to be running across here all of these different links that give your name, your website, your email, and your YouTube. I didn't put up Instagram. That will come later when I put you on Joyce TV. But let me ask you this. You have a great gift for all of those who are here now and those who will come for the replay. Tell us a little bit about, I'm going to put up the link so they can, it's going to be in my robot that goes out, but in case they want to take a camera shot of this and make sure they get this song, which I'm hoping that they will, and they will, I want you to tell us a little bit about how you came to this song.
Absolutely. For those of you who have listened to my song, thank you. For those of you who haven't, as she said, she's putting it up right there. And my song is called Almost Love, and it's a great song. We use all live instruments. Everything is all live, produced in Nashville. Nashville producers, songwriters, and musicians. So it's 100% free. And this song is for anybody, which I think a lot of people can relate to. Anybody who's ever maybe had like a summer romance, or maybe you met somebody and you fell in love with them, but you knew it was only for this short amount of time, and you wish them the best. There's no hard feelings. There's nothing but love, and it could have been amazing, but it just wasn't the right time, not the right place, and it was only meant to be just for that period of time, for however long it was. And that's what the song is called. It's called Almost Love. So it's very light, fun, and it reminds me of a situation, which is why when I heard the song, I knew that I had to record it. So
Ashlie, I love your description of that song because I had a different take on the title, Almost Love, and my listening to it. But the way you described it, it brings it home more so. And I'm hoping we'll leave enough intrigue out there that everybody will go and get this download of this song, Almost Love. Because I'm thinking, is there such a thing as almost love? And then the way that you explained it makes it crystal clear.
yeah.
So I'm sure that everybody needs to get this song. Tell us what's in the hopper for you between now and when this crisis that we're in lets up as we go into the end of the year. What are your plans? What are you going to be actualizing? And then I want to ask everyone here to make sure that they support you and what you're doing and what you're about, not only by getting this complimentary gift that you're giving them, but by purchasing your albums and all of that. But tell us what's in the hopper for you down the road.
Well, I'm actually going to be releasing a new single. I'm actually going to be releasing that in 2 weeks from now. The single is called My Revenge, which is going to be my next single release. And again, the title is very misleading. And I'm actually not going to say anything because I want there to be mystery. But My Revenge is the song is much different than what you think the title is. So it's a ballad. It's a beautiful song, and but that's going to be coming out in 2 weeks. And then as I move forward, I've already recorded half of my album. So we are continuing to move forward. And as of right now, we have some meetings set up with some major record labels, some people that have shown interest in what I'm doing and are all about breaking these stereotypes and barriers that have been put up. And so that's really what the focus is. The focus is just releasing my next single, finishing my album, meeting with labels, getting that big record deal and moving forward from there and releasing my full length album at the end of the year or the top of next year. Of course, pending the current situation that we're all in, of course.
Yes, yes, yes. So we're all in our ways, giving our prayers and saying, keeping the hope and the faith alive that this will resolve itself soon. Sometimes we hear yes, maybe, and then sometimes not so. But either way, we remain actually involved in what we're doing and perfecting whatever it is, which is sounds like what you're doing. Now, I know your friend here who says that they're waiting for you and they met you on a cruise and they know how well you are and how good you sing. Before we say so long for now, I know without brown nosing you that you are a fantastic performer. When you're on that stage, you're a different diva. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. But tell us, because what I saw you do, and hubby, was that you did the tribute to Whitney Houston, who's one of our favorites. Tell us how you came to put that together and how that it revolved itself, evolved for you to do that.
Yeah, so I'm a guest entertainer. For those of you that are watching this, it's part of my other job. And
Yes.
just real quick, a huge shout out to all the cruise companies out there and all the crew members that are still currently on board cruise ships because they're unable to go home right now because some of the countries are closed due to this pandemic that we're in. So a huge shout out to all of them. You guys send them your love, send them your prayers because some of them are away from their families right now and unable to travel. And the cruise industry is an amazing industry. It's an amazing way to see the world. And I'm so honored to be about it. So I just want to say that real quick. And but going into how I put the show together was
Yes.
I just I wanted the opportunity to shine and I wanted the opportunity to share my story and to really connect with people. Yes, I do a Whitney Houston tribute, but I'm 100% myself, and I'm singing her songs and staying true to her, but with my own little twist on them, and I get to share my story and. I put it together with love. I put it together with no clue how people would respond. And to my surprise, people came to the show and they loved it. And all of a sudden, I got signed with one of the number one agencies in the world for cruise ship entertainment. Shout out to Don Casino, hey guys! And uh, all of a sudden, I started getting booked and traveling the world and I opened, a brand new ship for, one of the top cruise lines, in the industry and one of the most cutting edge ships of the world that, came out last year. And I'm just so thankful. And it's just been amazing. And to be able to share my journey to people to respond to what I went through,
You.
that's the most rewarding thing. And that has been the best part of this journey. Is
Well, it has to have been a great journey for you because you have a lot of loyal and devoted fans here, like hubby and I, who applaud you for what you're doing now, branching into country singing and how they've seen you perform around the world. And I love the way you described it as you just did, Ashlie, when you spoke to the heart. Because if ever the heart needed to show through, it's now because most people are having a very difficult time, all of us, in many different ways with this crisis that we're in. May I say that you are a delight, and it's been absolutely wonderful to have you here. And you are a trooper in that we've gone through disconnection, we've gone through losing the vocal, we've gone through going out, coming back in, but yet we persevere. And there's nothing like persistence and consistency in whatever you're doing. So I say bravo to you. What I'm going to do is ask you to you already mentioned to them about the gift that you're giving, that they can get this through the robot, but also to take a snapshot of this link here so that they can go to your Spotify and get this free complimentary gift that you're giving them. And it's a beautiful song, and I know that they will enjoy it. I'm also going to invite you to please, those of you here now and those of you who will come later, make sure that you connect with Ashlie, become one of her friends and one of her followers, because she is definitely on the map and on the road to great things. And we have to applaud her on her journey, which is not going to be easy, but she will stick until she gets to where she wants to go. Ashlie, are there any parting words you'd like to leave us with before we say so long for now?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me today. It's been an honor. And to all of my fans out there I've never met before, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for spending your time, with me and Joy today. And Yeah, just I would love your support. This is going to be an amazing journey. It's going to be quite a journey, but I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for the good, the bad, everything, because that's what's going to make it so great.
This is what makes you a female trailblazer, my friend, because you are ready for whatever comes your way. You're going to cope, deal with it, and persist and stay at the top of it. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you again. And you really are beyond a trooper. You are all heart, and I'm delighted that we're connected. I'm going to put you in the green room for now, but I'll be with you shortly. Don't go. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, thank you. What can I say? This is technology, and everyone who knows me, they know that it's always something. But you know what? We just keep going. But as my friend said to me, we're fearless. We just keep at it. I don't know. This clicking must be driving some people crazy. I'm just rising above it because I don't think it's my unit or Ashley's unit from what I read today on the Be Live site. But either way, thank you for being here. It's always good when you show up. And if you have not connected with Ashlie and you're coming now, and you've not met her for the first time, or you want to connect with her, please make sure that you get her website, her email, and whatever else, and you connect with her. That's what this show is all about. Us connecting, blending in, and being applauding for each and every one as he or she moves forward. That's what it's all about. And I'm also inviting you to join me every other Wednesday night for Leading Ladies, Leading Legacies, Living Legacies, which is what Ashlie is all about. And she really is a female trailblazer. And also on every other Wednesday, Style with Joy, Your Joy, which we're going to talk a lot about next week. In the meantime, do what you have to do to stay well, be well, do all the things that they're telling us to do because we have a lot to do. And it is our time as women to rise to all that we're here to be. Take care, be well, and I look to see you again real, real soon. Until then, all the best. So long for now. Cheers.